mention my motherfucking name, I disrespect you, make you throw your motherfucking life away. Chump. You a chump to me, nigga. You and your clique. The mob ties, nigga. Y'all can suck my dick. Let me tell you something, homie. I didn't have no show. I was working with the same organization that works against you niggas. James Prince got a house full of them niggas, them sex offender peddlers. Cause the FBI want the Houston Police Department and James Prince too. Why you think Houston police keep turning the other way on all these murders, nigga? How do you think James Prince can get a police report, nigga, to an open murder investigation that includes his son? And none of the stuff is redacted. None of the information on this none of this names is blotted. How can James Prince get access to that, nigga? So, nigga, he working with the police, I'm working with the government.
His straight-up dismantling Houston's so-called check-in culture, that unspoken rule where celebrities are expected to bow down the second they step foot in the city. His calling out the whole ritual, that idea that fame automatically comes with submission papers. The way he tells it, it's not protection, it's politics dressed up as street etiquette. And is not sugarcoating a single word. He starts questioning how safe Houston really is when rappers are told to check in, yet tragedies keep happening. All that mob ties talk, he calls it what it is, extortion with a PR twist. He says when Jay Prince Jr. and his crew step outside their turf, they stay quiet, humble, even polite. But back home, they puff their chests at the easy targets, the young rappers trying to fit in. He mocks the whole act, saying the power only exists where people let it.
Make the white boy motorcycle gang. Make Taylor Swift check in. Make Khloe Kardashian check in. What's the white boy name on The Voice? Make every motherfucking body check in. What's the white boy name down here? Post Malone. Make him check in.
Yeah.
Why the niggas got to check in? I just left Houston last week. I ain't check in. Yeah, I went through Houston, went to Beaumont. Nah, I ain't check in. So why the niggas got to check in, Mr. Prince? Mob ties?
Then he flips it. Straight at Jay Prince Jr., he says, ain't no mob ties, homie. That's Rowlett ties, tearing into the myth like it's a parody of real organized crime. He points out the difference. No judges in their pockets, no construction contracts, no real movement like the New York Mafia had. Just image, ego, and intimidation. He says Jay Prince might be a mogul, but his son is just cosplaying gangster. He reminds people the streets are watching. And he doesn't whisper it, he names names. He says San Antonio, Dallas, all these cities are wild, but rappers still have fun as long as they don't check in with Jay Prince Jr. because the problem ain't Houston, it's him. He calls Jay Prince Jr. the boy, saying everything shady happens around him, not the city. That's who's tarnishing the name, not the streets. Then Charleston gets personal, calling Jay Prince Jr. a spoiled kid from private school pretending to be a mob boss. He says Jazz Prince moves smoother, more player. But Jr. is wild, reckless, always in some mess. He clowns the rumors, the strip club stories, the long fingernails, the creepy behavior, painting him as a chaotic embarrassment to the legacy he inherited. By the end, he strips mob ties of all mystique, says it's just a scare tactic, a costume, a marketing slogan for fear. He laughs at the idea that anyone would need their blessing to move around Houston. Because real power doesn't need validation, and real respect doesn't come with a check-in. Charleston starts tearing into the hypocrisy head-on. If mob ties really runs Houston, then why does chaos still follow? He says people talk like their word carries divine weight, but where's the proof? He mocks the fear, saying nobody in Dallas is scared of them. Jay Prince, his sons, none of them have pulled up there. He says straight up, they're only big in their own backyard, calling them local legend pretending to be nationwide bosses. Then he goes deeper, cutting where it hurts. If mob ties are supposed to protect the city, then where are they when it matters? When babies get killed, when women are assaulted, when the community cries for help, where's that power then? He calls it fake influence, loud online but silent in real life. He says they flex for rappers but never show up for the people. All that mob talk vanishes when the streets actually need saving. Charleston mocks it all like it's a stage play, the rituals, the fear, the check-ins. He says the whole thing is theater for attention, not safety. Because if Mob Ties was really about protection, Houston wouldn't keep burying its own. He points out how artists still end up in messy, tragic situations under their watch. And that's when his voice cuts sharper. Ain't no protection in pretending, homie. Just performances and PR. According to Charleston, checking in ain't about respect. It's about extortion dress up in designer clothes. He says flat out he's not scared of the princes or anybody tied to Mob Ties. That old mystique, gone. He calls out how J. Prince used to carry that intimidating aura, but now is on camera explaining himself, looking nervous, looking human. He even claims a Fed rattled his cage through WAC 100, saying that's why J. Prince suddenly looks uneasy, because he knows exactly who he's dealing with.
With J. Prince Jr., you'll be all right in you. But if he tricked you in thinking you got to come be with them, they go. Remember, they were shooting the fake dice on. I had him on recording, telling the story. Right after the day, he telling me how Takeoff was quiet, and the other Quavo was doing all the talking. So it's I know one of them called to come shoot the bad dice on you. So if you like to gamble, yeah, you gonna get caught up with Boosie and all them with the J. But if you stay away from the crowd and you just with who you with, and you can have fun in H-Town. It's a party town. Have fun till the sun come up. And it's a player town. Houston have always been a player town. Don't get me wrong, they get gangster, but they only get gangster when they have to. Don't look around trying to be gangster and force gangsterism off on just their people. That's why it's a lot of black, vibrant businesses out there in Houston.
Charleston sounds disappointed, almost sarcastic, saying he hates that the great Mr. Prince let himself get played. He reminds everyone that real power doesn't come from forcing people to bow down. It comes from respect. And according to him, the prince is lost at the moment people stop fearing the name Mob Ties. He says he doesn't claim no gang, no city. He represents a nation that stands on its own, with land, legacy, and firepower to back it up. The way he talks, his daring anyone to test it, making it clear he's not running, hiding, or apologizing to nobody. He breaks it down further, calling Mob Ties nothing but smoke and mirrors. Just branding, not real backbone. He even says it himself. You can go to Houston, enjoy yourself, and be fine without checking into nobody. Because the problem isn't Houston, it's a fake gangster performance surrounding one man's name. He laughs at the idea of people fearing a myth that's already falling apart. Charleston tells people the real move under pressure is to shine light on it, expose it. He says a mob image J. Prince Jr. built is collapsing because real protection doesn't look like what happened to Takeoff. He calls out the contradiction, demanding respect while your name is tied to tragedy.
Nah, homie, take them restrictions and protocols off any nigga. We don't owe y'all nothing. Y'all people want to enjoy the entertainment. I can go hire me some white boy sheriffs to patrol me, but I'd much rather get the black security company. But if I got to check in because they gonna be dropping chips on me, now I'll go get the white boy security. You don't make them police check in. So no, that's what I mean by I don't restrict nothing like that. You just making your people check in. That ain't how the mob works. The mob make everybody pay a price. The judge, the police chief, the police that run the beat, everybody got to pay. So that's why I don't respect it, homie. And I hate, it's like WAC 100 some trick, Mr. Prince. Mr. Prince normally don't talk.
The kind of respect that needs blood to back it up, he says, isn't respect at all. It's fear. And fear has an expiration date. Online, fans are divided. Half are calling Charleston a hero for saying what everyone's been too scared to say. The other half say he's poking a dangerous bear. But Charleston doesn't blink. He's not backing down or biting his tongue. In his words, Mob Ties ain't saving nobody. And if that's true, then the whole check-in culture needs to die for good. Love him or hate him, Charleston knows exactly how to light a fire under the culture. By going straight at J. Prince Jr., he's cracking the image Mob Ties spent years protecting. And now, whether you call him reckless or real, you can't deny one thing. Charleston White just made the rap game confront its biggest question. What's more powerful, fear or truth? He calls it plain. Mob ties ain't about standing on business. It's about punching down on people they think they can control. He says they only move tough against rappers who look like them, not against real power. Because if Elon Musk wanted to launch a Tesla in Houston tomorrow without calling the princes, nobody's doing a thing. They'd smile, take photos, maybe even buy the car, but they're not checking anybody. He says that's proof this whole system isn't built on respect. It's built on fear and ego. Charleston doubles down, saying they'd never pull that check-in routine on a Lewis Cohen, a Donald Trump Jr., or anybody with real status. Not in this world, not in any timeline, not even in the multiverse. He laughs, saying you could bet every dollar in your bank and still be safe, because that kind of power doesn't answer to fake gang politics. Mob ties, he says, only flexes on the same people they claim to represent. Black artists and business owners trying to make it out. And that's where his point cuts deep. He says this isn't about codes or community. It's an anti-black terror operation disguised as culture. A system designed to keep black success under control, to make people check in just to exist. He calls it racist, morally bankrupt, and disgusting. The exact opposite of what real leadership should look like. Because when you terrorize your own people for profit, you're not building legacy. You're feeding the very system you claim to be fighting. He says it's not rebellion, it's regression. Not power, just performance. They are not the new kings of the streets. They are the new enforcers of fear. Charleston's take is brutal but clear. This ain't greatness. This ain't legendary. It's self-destruction. And the more they brag about mob ties, the more they expose what they really are, a family business built on intimidation, not integrity. And that's when it really hits. Charleston White isn't just stirring the pot this time. He's actually right. You don't have to agree with everything the man says. But on this, he's 1,000% correct. The patterns, the intimidation, the check-in or else mentality, it's all right there. It's not culture, it's control. And honestly, people have been saying it for years, but nobody wanted to say it that loud. Now that Charleston's doing it, the truth's echoing in every corner of the game. He's calling it what it is, anti-black terror. Straight up, a system built to scare the same people it claims to protect. He says it's no different than any other oppressive machine, just dress in streetwear instead of uniforms. That's why he keeps using those heavy terms, because this isn't business as usual. This is power turned inward, turned toxic. And for once, people are starting to see it for what it is. He says point blank, if we can call out foreign regimes for corruption and fear tactics, then we can call out our own when they do the same thing. The government may not label it that way, but that doesn't make it less real. These practices exist. They thrive in silence. And it's that silence Charleston's trying to break. Because the more we see, the harder it is to pretend it's just the streets. Now, of course, everything said has to be called alleged. That's how you protect yourself. But as Charleston points out, we say alleged for legal reasons, not because we're blind. The evidence, the stories, the behavior, they all paint a picture of a family whose power may not come from respect, but from fear. And that's why people are finally saying it out loud. Allegedly, yes, but obviously, also yes. Because when you strip away the titles, the fame, the myth, what's left? A pattern that keeps repeating, a legacy built on intimidation instead of integrity. Charleston just had the guts to say it publicly. And whether people admit it or not, deep down, they know he's telling the truth. And that's the thing, these practices go far beyond simple extortion. That word doesn't even scratch the surface. What's happening here, Charleston says, is deeper, darker, almost like organized fear on a mass level. He says it's psychological warfare dressed as culture, intimidation masquerading as influence. And the more you look at it, the clearer it gets. This isn't protection, it's manipulation. Straight terror tactics aimed at the same community they claim to uplift. He insists we've got to start calling it what it is. No sugarcoating, no polite language, no street politics. Stop hiding behind labels like checking in or respect. Because when the pattern starts looking like a system of fear and silence, it deserves to be called out as such. Charleston's whole point is, if you let it slide, you're co-signing it. And that silence keeps the cycle alive. He says it's time people stop acting like this is normal. Because it's not. It's not just about rappers and their egos. It's about a structure that's punishing the same people it claims to protect. And that's the part that makes it so twisted. So yeah, call it what it is. Label it properly. Make people uncomfortable if you have to, because that's how truth starts spreading. But at the end of the day, he leaves it to the audience. If you see it too, drop a comment. If you disagree, that's cool. Still like the video. Still join the conversation. Because that's how movements start, with dialogue. Snow's signing out, but the message stays the same. No more silence, no more fear, no more fake power.